We are back with another Savage stream. Let me know, give me a thumbs up in the chat if the audio and video is good, because I've been having some folks saying that the audio wasn't good or something. I know last night we were dealing with it and I had to make some adjustments. I actually moved some stuff around, so maybe it's better now. I do have a new camera that it doesn't have a mic in it, so I don't know how that would have affected the stream. But anyway, let me know, thumbs up in the chat if everything's good, thumbs down if it's not, and let me know what's wrong, like is it video or audio, so keep me informed of how it works out. All right, so this is Crypto Fireball Friday. Do this every Friday night, usually at 9:30, and normally it's like kind of a chill stream, you know, just kind of talking about the week in crypto or whatever is the hot topic of the week in crypto. But tonight I do have a couple articles we can cover, we can go over, but I wanted to show you all this. I made it, guys. I made it. Check this out. So AMA Sexy Girls liked a tweet. They have 0 following and 0 followers, and this tweet was like from 3 years ago. I don't know, kind of crazy. Well, not 3 years ago, 2 years ago. March 23rd is kind of nuts. I'd get a kick out of stuff like that. It's like, man, that was like a long time ago that tweet came up. I thought that was kind of funny. Let me check the chat, make sure the audio's good, everything sounds okay. I know, like I said, there was a problem with the audio, so if it sounds good now, I did make some adjustments, so I think maybe it was the way I had things set up over here, hardware-wise, not necessarily software, that was giving a little bit of a problem. Plus, I did have an audio source that was enabled that I probably shouldn't have had enabled. So anyway, hopefully it sounds good. Yeah, I was gonna actually bring that up, Mr. Steal Yo Blocks. I was gonna bring that up too. I was gonna say, I'm out of here, guys, because I went all in on Cocos and it's up 100,000%. So I'm out of here. I don't even know what this thing is. I have no idea what this is. I thought that was funny too. And I guess this maxes out at 100% or something. I don't know. Because in the other screen here, well, it can't max out at 100%. Coins go 100% all the time. But maybe because it's at 100,000, maybe that's why it's doing that. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, no idea what this thing is for. What's up, Quibits? I think I'm saying that right, Mr. Quibs. What's going on? Max Voltage. What's going on, guys? Brenton Matthews. I already said hey to... Oh man, I'm getting spammed. What? Not big enough for that. Come on, guys. Let's see here. Britton Matthews, Dana Dane, what is up? Techman, Jay Bohannon, Travis Stanberry's in here. Thanks for tuning in, guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are the real rock stars over here. So yeah, I have no idea what this thing is about, but it's apparently up 100,000% today. I don't know. It's probably just a could just be a calculation error or something. But yeah, this is nuts. All right, so enough of that craziness over there. Let's go over some, you know, there's obviously, you guys are GPU miners, at least most of you are, and you know that there's been like a huge shortage of GPUs. I see, you know, some folks getting GPUs, and it makes me angry and envious at the same time, because I've been trying. I obviously haven't been trying that hard, because there are other people that are getting these cards, like the 3060 Ti's and others. But I try to be on there at like the times that you're supposed to be on there, and I can't find anything. I never get. There's been a couple of times where it shows up as though I can add it to the cart, but as soon as I do, it, you know, basically takes it away from me. But there are a couple of folks, Hash Raptor, Serpent. There's a couple of folks that have, and Red Panda Mining, of course, that have gotten some new GPUs. But it looks like there might be some good news for us, because some things might be turning the corner with regards to supply, and some things that are happening, some manufacturers are doing that might actually help our situation here. So one of those is the fact that NVIDIA is rumored, not NVIDIA, MSI, has rumored to, actually, hold on, I'm on the wrong story. This is the 2060 and 2060 Super story. Okay, so there's a rumor that NVIDIA is relaunching the RTX 2060 and the 2060 Super, which doesn't sound all that great, because we all know that these cards weren't that awesome at mining, right? It was like that weird, first round of RTX cards that potentially was, just mediocre when it comes to mining, right? They weren't great. They weren't hugely sought after or anything like that on the mining scene. But NVIDIA said that the 60 series, okay, specifically the 60 series of whichever generation, were super popular with like gamers. The GTX 1060, believe it or not, has actually long been, it says right here, long been the #1 GPU of Steam survey participants. So that's kind of crazy to think about that. And the 2060 was actually in 3rd place. So if you think about them potentially relaunching these cards, if they were to do it and do it at an extreme discount, and it doesn't look like, the rumor is that they're going to be, for the 2060 is going to go for like 363 USD, and the MSRP was 349. That's not a good look. The Super is looking like it's going to go for 485 USD, and the MSRP was 399. So that's a terrible look. But given the current landscape of GPUs availability, maybe it would work, but I really feel like they need to be a lot less than this. 50, they mentioned here, $50 or $100 less would have these things just selling like crazy. So you might be thinking, well, how are they doing this? How, if there's a shortage already? Well, the TSMC, the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, TSMC, I think that they, I can't remember all the details of this, but apparently they're not that busy right now. I think that another manufacturer was actually doing most of the GPU production, from what I understand. So they might have some time to actually do this, and resources, right? So if they were to do this, it could actually help with the supply of not mining cards, but GPUs for, purchase. Like the newer cards might be available for the people that didn't want to jump all the way to like a $500 card, like the 3060 Ti, for example. I think the MSRP on that was supposed to be, what was it, $429, I think, on the 3060 Ti. And I mean, you can't get them for less than like $550, $600, or even more, even at retail at this point. So that could help. That could help. And we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know. This was a new article. I don't know if I'm a little bit behind on this or not, but this was fairly new yesterday. So I don't know if this is like a new rumor or not. I work a full-time job, so some of the stuff does get past me without me knowing. But yeah, this is kind of cool. I think that it could work out. I mean, if you go over to what to mine and you look at the 2060, so just the default values here, it says it gets 30 on Etash. I haven't looked into it to see if overclocking can get you a little bit higher than that. I do remember this being pretty accurate, and the wattage is accurate too, I believe. So you're looking at, even after a 10.3 cent per kilowatt hour, you're still looking at almost $3 a day in Ethereum. Some other projects in here that are of note, pretty good projects here. So $3 a day off of was that 3-year-old card, right? Is not bad, right? $3 a day. Now, obviously, with all the stuff going on with Ethereum mining, that could change soon. You know, it could change at the end of this month or sometime in the summer with EIP 1559 and all that junk that's going on over there. But even the older projects are actually pretty decent. You see, there's not a huge jump for Ethereum here like there are with. Am I doing this right? I think I am. Yeah. So there's not a huge jump like there are with other GPUs. Like if you go to a newer model, a newer version like a 3060 Ti, I think you're going to see, a pretty big jump between Ethereum and the next card down, right? Or the next profitable card. Or the next profitable project. So you're looking at almost $1 here, 75 cents per card. So that adds up whenever you're talking about 6 GPU rig or 8 GPU rig. So yeah, kind of cool. If the price is right, I could see it actually helping. And the 2060 Super, which isn't listed here, is essentially a 2070 almost. So it says here you can get 40. I don't know if they were getting 2060 Super was getting more than that or even that. I think they were getting a little bit less than that, if I remember right. You guys are probably hitting me up in chat. I'm not looking at chat right now. So let me know what the 2060 Super hash rate is, if anyone knows. And, you're looking at, let me make sure I got this right. So 2070, it's looking like, that's 280 a day on Ethereum after power. But it's not a 2070. Remember, it's 2060 Super that they're actually talking about releasing. So let me check the chat, make sure you guys aren't yelling at me and telling me I'm messing up this data here. All right, so I think we're good. All right. So yeah, that's kind of cool info. I kind of dig that. I think that might be a good move, for a manufacturer to do something like that. Maybe it will lead to us being able to get our hands on some of the newer cards. If you've got a gamer that currently has a 1060, for example, which is the most popular card on Steam, then they might, if you had, for example, let's think about this. If you were a 1060 user now, and they came out with a 2060 Super that was, let's say, the rumor is that it's going to be 485, but let's say that it was, let's get crazy. The MSRP was $399, so let's just say it was $299. If they could get it down to $299, I would see a huge demand for that from the people that currently have 1060s. That kind of makes sense. I mean, I don't know. Tell me what you guys think about that, about my perception there. Am I on track with that, or am I way off? I think that it could definitely be a good thing. I kind of feel like it'll be just another scenario where they just instantly run out like they do with all the other GPUs, but we'll see. All right, so in other GPU mining news, we've got the MSI. This is what I started talking about before. It was on my mind. So MSI MSI was spotted submitting a mining RTX 3060 Ti graphics card at EEC. And you look through here, it looks like NVIDIA is confirming that GPU's stock will not stabilize until April. I think that early on, well, at the end of last year, we were kind of thinking that it was going to be January, February timeframe. Does not look like that. It looks like it's going to be in April, a few months away before stock stabilize. I don't know what that means. Does that mean that they are going to be able to support the demand at the time? Maybe enough GPUs are out there to where they can actually have some in stock, because right now that doesn't exist. So hopefully that's true. Hopefully that in April, you would be able to, on a whim, sit down to your computer and order a 3060 Ti. I don't think it's going to happen, but they seem to think that it might. So I don't know. Tell me what you guys think over there. So an EEC submission for the MSI GeForce RTX 3060 Ti miner card. Now this is really cool. I think that this is probably a good idea as well. It's been spotted on the website, EEC's website. It's quite shocking. This is just from the article here. It's quite shocking to see MSI pushing a mining focused card in the market during this time, this constraint time. But it does seem that NVIDIA has a large inventory, which blows my mind, of the RTX 3060 Ti GPUs, making it a viable option from the manufacturer's standpoint. So, how would this work? Well, if you think about it, if they do have a large stock of 3060 Ti GPUs and the memory, but they would have to wait on the other components, the video outputs and all the all the different ones, the display ports, the HDMI, etc. Then, and the manufacturing of those parts for the output, the I/O bracket and all the different things that go into the PCB, as a whole to make it a gaming type GPU with an output. If they have a stockpile of the GPUs themselves and the memory, then why not? Why not just throw a blank I/O shield on it and let it rip? Let it rock. Give it to the miners, right? Sell it to the miners. It kind of makes sense, but it only makes sense if they have a huge stockpile of these GPUs, which is what it sounds like. I mean, that's what it says early on in the article here. So it seems like they have a lot of the 3060 Ti's, which blows my mind, but it certainly aren't hitting the market. But maybe that's the constraint. Maybe there's something else in the manufacturing process, that getting these to market is difficult. And if they could sidestep that and not have to put the video outputs on it, maybe they can get it to market faster. And I'm telling you, if they did this, if this is true, and they are releasing a miner specific card, these are going to be difficult to get as well, in my opinion. I think that I mean, there's no telling. Mining is so hot right now, and yeah, I don't know. There's no telling what you would have to do to get these cards. But the price of them would be awesome if they were, $50 less. But we all know that that's not going to work right now. That's not going to be the case right now. They do have they are basically a 3060 Ti, from what I'm understanding, 256 bit bus, which gives you a 448 gigabytes per second memory bandwidth, and that means that they'll be getting like 50 to 60 megahash per second on Ethereum, sometimes even a little bit more with some tweaking and overclocking and tuning. I've seen some folks get a steady 62 on them, 62 megahash stable. So that's pretty solid from a card like that. And it says here that there's going to be two models, the GeForce RTX 3060 Ti and the 3060 Ti OC. So I don't know what the difference would be, other than, basically, I don't know, I would say that the Ti, you could go heavier on the overclock settings. Maybe it's factory overclock, I guess that's what that means. I mean, miners, we do our own overclocking, so to speak. So I don't know what the difference would be. And it looks like there is no doubt, or there's no time frame as to when these cards are going to be released, if they are at all, which at this point it is strictly a rumor, I believe. Now it does show here, if you look at the graphic here, this is for the EEC website, it does show them in here, so that could mean a lot. It could mean some pretty it could mean that they're actually coming to market, which would be awesome. But I'm not hopeful that I would be able to get any, because you guys buy them all up before I can get them. So, all right. So, yeah, that's kind of good news. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that good news? I think it's good news. We're looking at the 3060. I think I was going to show, I don't have a 2070 or 2060 Super. I don't have that on my spreadsheet here. But I did have, and this is previous, so I must have put this in here a long time ago. For some reason, I've got the megahash listed as 26. I don't know if that was something I saw somewhere, but by the math, it's supposed to get 42. But if I recall correctly, they do not get 42, a 2060. I mean, even, I think What to Mine has it at 30. So, that's probably pretty accurate, and maybe that's where I got that 26.6 from. I must have gotten it. I must have seen it somewhere. Someone doing like a hash rate test or something. But what's really weird about this series of cards, the 20 series cards, is mathematically based on the memory bus and all that stuff, they should get 42, and they don't. So it's got to do with the compute CUDA cores, I guess, and the processing power. It just draws down the ability to hit that mark that it should be able to hit based on the bus width and the clock, the memory clock. So I don't know, kind of weird. I wouldn't, for us, for a gaming, like I said earlier, if you were going from a 1060 to a 2060, this makes sense, right? Especially if the price is like a $299 or two for a 2060, maybe you could get it down to like $249. Again, this is it's really wishful thinking because it's not likely that it's going to be that low with the demand right now. But I mean, it might make sense. You could capture a market for the again, the 1060 is the most popular, so you could capture a market for 2060 and free up a little bit of the stock on the 3060 Ti, for people that are not going to go from a 1060 all the way to a 3060 Ti and spend $550, $600, $700 on a 3060 Ti. So I get it. It makes sense for them to redrop these cards, in my opinion. So, but they're not going to do very well if they don't get that price down. I don't see people going for a more than MSRP 2060 or 2060 Super. But I'm not really a gamer, so I don't know how they think, but I just don't see that happening. Maybe some gamers can chime in over here and let me know whether or not I'm off base or not. Yeah, there you go, ChanCoin, 2060 31. I can see that. Why do I not have 3060 on the table? I think I do. I have a 3060 Ti. Yeah, right here. Mathematically, it's supposed to get 45, but I guess that I think I was just doing some calculations here that we might be able to get maybe. Yeah, I don't know where I got 52 from. Sometimes, like this column right here, guys, is like sometimes it's speculation. Like you just come in here and type in like, what if you could get 45, right? And then it changes the numbers over here for everything. If you have like, for example, if you had actual mining wattage of 100 watts, it'll fix everything and give you mega hash per watt and all that stuff. So you can see how that works. So sometimes on this chart, you'll see a crazy number that doesn't make sense. It's just because I left it like that. It's not because I have witnessed it or experienced it in any way. I do have, like, sometimes I'll give credit in, like in this case, AMD RX 5700 MSI Evolve Flash 2 and XT by CryptoPope, one of the subscribers. He's on Twitter and all that stuff as well. And he's like the original Savage dude. And he has his tuned to get 54.7 mega hash on a 5700, which is pretty solid. And you'll see stuff like that on here too. You got Dizzy mining over here with the 3060 Ti's. And usually if there is someone credited like that, like Dizzy, there'll also be overclock settings in there as well. In this case, there's just memory. I didn't put the overclock settings for CryptoPope for some reason. Maybe I didn't know what they were. Maybe he just posted this on Twitter or something. But yeah, so that's what this is all about. So it should get, the 3060 should get 45. It's likely to get, 47, something like that. 47, 48. I think that right now it's sorted by mega hash per watt. looks like it's sorted by mega hash per watt at 70%. It wasn't. It must have been, it was sorted by something else. Anyway, now it's sorted by mega hash per watt at 70% TDP. So you can see, you know, the 3060 Ti just crushes, you know, even the 3090. I mean, it's not a huge difference, but you're almost getting up to, you know, 0.5, you know, 0.5 mega hash per watt, which is pretty solid. Anytime you're above 40.4, you're in pretty good territory as far as efficiency goes. Anything less than that, it's iffy. .3070 gets 61 at 130. Let's see what I got here. 37, yeah, so see it's 56 calculated based on bandwidth and bus, but that's not including some overclocking. So this is always stock. This column right here is always like the stock number calculation, right? So you're saying that yours gets 61 at 130. So we can plug that in here and you'll see the numbers change, and we'll put 130 as the actual mining wattage. That's this column right here. So 130, and then it changes everything. So now we can go actual mega hash per watt. We'll go that way. Whoops. Go this way. It's probably going to put it pretty high up there, actually. Yeah, 3070 right here, 0.47. So that's not bad. 40, it's 0.4 at 70% TDP, which is good. Well, actually, let's see. So I'm kind of messing up my thought process here. So here's the TDP of the card. You're saying it's 130 actual mining. So this is the actual. Yeah, that's what we should be looking at, not this over here. So the actual mega hash per watt is what really counts. Because these two columns right here are tied together. So whatever the actual mining wattage is what you need to look at here. So now it's sorted properly. And yeah, I mean 3060 is way up there, or 3070. 0.47, that's pretty awesome. And there's lots of different ways of calculating, you know, that you have to think about whenever you're looking at mining. I think Bitsby Trippin is going to do a video. It looks like a solid video, and he's going to release a spreadsheet. It looks like he might have already done it. I didn't look at the video. I was looking at it on my phone, so I didn't look at it online here. It looks like he is going to do like a layout, a spreadsheet based on EIP 1559, whether or not it gets implemented or not, and how it's going to affect mining. So that is going to be super interesting to check that out. I'm excited to look at that. Should be really interesting. Maybe I can let me see if he actually posted that video. Does anybody know if he posted it? I know the video's out there, but I don't know if the actual. Let's see. I don't know if he gave the link to the spreadsheet yet. Yeah, it's not available yet. He's going to upload it once he's done. Let me post this video link over there for you guys, though. Oh, thanks, Unknown Crypto. Awesome, man. Thanks for the super chat. You rock. So there's the link to Bitsby Trippin's video there. He's going to post a link in the description of that video. So in that video, he's just talking about it, but it looks like he's going to post it to that video once it's up and running. That's cool. That should be super interesting. Thanks so much, Unknown Crypto. Awesome. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much. So let's head over to, I think that DCA Adventure is going live here in a minute. Yep, they are. So here's DCA Adventure's link. Make sure if you head over there, or when you head over there, that you do a Savage raid. Let them know that you came from over here. And I will see you guys over there on that stream. So thanks so much for hanging out. You guys are awesome. I'll see you over there. Stay savage, everybody. Have a good weekend. I don't think I'll be going live this weekend. We'll see, but I don't think so. And yeah, stay savage, everybody.